Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and I am makeup free right now. So I am going to show you my lazy day, lazy Sunday makeup. I'm going to make sure that this is a shorter tutorial than my last makeup one. But first things first, we're putting on some Lanolips. I think it's best to start with lip ointment, and that way it's sunk in by the time you get to your lips. And step number two is one that maybe might seem a little strange. And I've got my mirror over here so I can see better. But we're going to do eyebrows. And I think the reason why I like to do eyebrows first when I have a kind of a more natural makeup look is that I think that your eyebrows really are such a key component of, looking polished. And, even when you're doing kind of a quick, lazy Sunday makeup look, you still want to look somewhat polished. And I think the eyebrows are the best way to kind of start that. And also, too, when you do your eyebrows first, you don't have to really worry as much about kind of getting, I don't know, having to like keep going over them over and over again. Like you kind of have a clean slate to work with, and it's just easier to see the shape you want to create. And for me, I just fill in kind of the tail end, then add some kind of strokes here toward the center because my eyebrows are a little far apart. So I like to kind of make them look a little fuller here in this corner, and then also the outer corners. And I like to kind of draw them a little bit straighter, just because I think it's the most flattering shape for my face. And eyebrows are one of those things that are so personal and so unique to each person. But this is how I do mine, especially, when I'm just doing a quick little, makeup look. And I think the most important thing is just to brush through your brows to make sure that everything's blended well. And you can always go back and kind of touch them up once you're finished with your entire makeup look. So the next thing I'm using is a skin tinted serum, and this is from Rose Inc. And this is really similar to the Chanel version. Kind of, it's got these like little beads of color. I'm trying to show you guys. I'm still filming these with my phone, so I know the quality is not great, but I don't know how I'm ready to invest in a nice vlog camera. And I usually just kind of throw this on with my hands and warm it up. And it offers minimal coverage, but I think it just kind of gives your skin a little bit of luminosity. And it's cheaper than the Chanel version. There's a lot of kind of dupes with Rose Inc. It's from the supermodel, Rosie Huntington Whitley. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's her brand, and she's gorgeous. So she's going to look good in anything. Obviously, there's some stuff there, like her skincare is amazing. That's primarily what I buy from them. She does have this kind of like rose moisturizer that's a dupe for a Dior one that I adore but cannot spend $400 on. I got it as a sample one time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this moisturizer. And then I saw the price and I was like, never mind. What I'm doing now is kind of using the under eye corrector from Becca, which Becca no longer exists, but you can still buy the under eye corrector. There's still a couple products that are offered. This lasts forever. This is light to medium, and this is the best under eye corrector. I really like the Rare Beauty one as well, but today this is just a quick little, tutorial covering up a tiny little breakout I have on my forehead, and then using concealer in those spots where I have a little bit of redness or old acne scarring. My skin's a lot better than it used to be, and I appreciate that, but I still have a little bit of pigmentation, still a little bit of uneven skin here and there. And my acne was controlled by getting on medication. So I had hormonal acne. I'm on spirolactin, and I think eventually I'm going to have to go off of it, because I don't want to be on it forever, but I am a little concerned about whether or not I've been on it long enough. I got on it, I think, last summer because I was getting married and I wanted clear skin. So it's been almost a year. So we'll see what happens once I get off of it. We'll see if I have some acne come back. I had really bad jawline acne. That was the thing I was struggling with. So for me, having something get rid of that was amazing. And I'm going to do a little bit more here on these spots just because they don't seem to want to cover themselves up. You notice too, like I put concealer on my eyelids. I do prefer to do that just because I feel like it gives me a nice base when I don't feel like doing a full eyeshadow look. So it just kind of keeps things a little bit more even. And we're going to do the Westman Atelier contour stick. I still have the mini. Not sure if I'm going to purchase the large or not because this actually has been lasting me a long time. But I really like this color. Pretty nice option for us fair ladies. And I don't contour my jawline. I just contour kind of the top part. Rare Beauty foundation brush is my favorite brush ever. I think I'm going to buy at least 1 or 2 more of these just so I have them always. I just feel like it's the softest brush and it does such a good job of blending. I use it for my contour, for my blush, for my foundation when I decide not to use my beauty blender. This is a fantastic brush, makeup brush. And just making sure I get everything blended out. When you're doing kind of lighter makeup too, you want to make sure that everything is as well blended as possible. So that way it just looks really natural. So what I'm doing next is going in with some blush. This is the Pixie On the Glow blush. It's really kind of sheer, but the color is fantastic and I really enjoy it. I also put it kind of like where I would put my contour up around my eyes, but then kind of more toward the apples of my cheek. And I put a little bit on my nose as well. It's just really glowy, really pretty. The shade's amazing. It's not as, thick and like pigmented as some other blushes, but this is one I really like for a day when I just want something that looks kind of like me, but better. And let's see, what are we gonna do next? So we're gonna start working on, actually we're gonna do a little bit of powder bronzer as well, just because I'm a pale gal that fake tan, so I like to try to match, and I don't fake tan my face most of the time, so to bronze it up a little bit. And I do run a little bit of bronzer right here on my chin, but not too much. I just don't like to contour that part of my face. I don't think it looks quite right. So when it comes to, an easy look for a lazy Sunday on my eyes, what I'll do is Tightline, which looks barbaric, but does a great job. And I'm skipping eyeshadow. I don't really feel like I need it on a lazy day. I think the contour and the blush does a good enough job on its own. So what I like to do is just basically do a little bit of tight lining. That's a Clinique pencil that I've used forever. I've got it in brown as well. And then I'm going to curl my lashes. Lashes are curled, and next I'm going to use the mini Max Stack. I have the big version, but it's waterproof, and I don't like the waterproof version of Max Stack quite as much as I like the non-waterproof version. And I really like the micro brush, so I've been using this little sample for a while until I decide what I want to do. I like to use the mini versions of mascara anyway, just because I don't go through a whole tube of mascara in 3 months, and you really should be throwing these out after 3 months. So this one's probably getting close to that. And there we go. So that is what I would do for, just a typical makeup look. If I was just, running somewhere, maybe meeting friends for brunch, but I didn't want to get super fancy looking. What I am going to do is pop on some lashes just because I want to try these out. And a lot of times too, if I'm just doing a really casual makeup look, but I want it to look maybe just a little bit more polished, I'll use a half lash. And these are half lashes. I think on me, they're going to be closer to full lashes because I do have, kind of small eyes. But these I saw from another person online on Instagram. The girl I follow has these, and I was like, oh, those look really good. The thing is, they do have a kind of a dark lash band here, so it's gonna look more like eyeliner when I put them on, but I think they'll fit pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on and show you in just a minute. Okay, so I have the eyelashes on, and honestly, for the price, these are pretty darn good. I think they look really natural. I will probably trim them a little bit on the inner corner because this isn't, you can kind of see the band just a touch, and I can go over this with little bit more eyeliner to just kind of make sure it blends in. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I think this is just, I really love half lashes because they kind of give me a little bit of a, kind of more of a tilt up to my eyes that I just don't have naturally. So I do prefer that when it comes to eyelashes, fake eyelashes. Now, the last part that I'm going to be doing is my lips, and LA Girl makes amazing cheap lip liner. This is what I used on my wedding day, this with an Armani lipstick. So kind of a fun combo there, but this is just the nicest. This is shade Blushing. Eye Blushing. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's great. I've bought this like 5 times. And I overlined my little Cupid's bow. I like to do that. Sometimes I get a little messy with lip liner. I'm not the best at it, but I like things to be just kind of like a little bit sultry, a little sexy when it comes to my lips. And then I am using the Rare Beauty lip oils, which I'm a big fan of Rare Beauty. Beautiful products. They look really good. This is in the shade Wonder. And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed all of this. And, oh, actually, this is not the final look. I forgot to put on my favorite highlighter. This is from Tarte. It's the Majuka. I always pronounce that wrong. Maracuja Juicy Glow. I adore this product. This is the only highlighter I've used recently. It's just like natural looking, but just it goes on really well, and it's nice for more mature skin. So yeah, just a heads up. This is a great little product. So here I am. This is the final look. Nice and glowy, easy peasy, lazy Sunday look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And if you have any ideas or questions or want to see something specific, let me know in the comments. See y'all next week.